Okay, hello. I'm Deborah Heiser. I'm an applied developmental psychologist. I am the author of The Mentorship Edge, and I was founder and CEO of the Mentor Project for 8 years. And I'm excited to talk about impact today because it's something that we all are doing all the time, but we often don't realize how important it is that we quantify it, that we take note of it, that we engage in it as much as possible, because it's one way that we're always making our legacy. And we always, by the time we hit midlife, we're looking to say to ourselves, hey, how have I mattered? Do I matter? Is anything I'm doing important? And we are always doing important things that make a difference, but we rarely know that we're doing it. So I have a list of 100 things that we can do to make impact. They're all easy. It doesn't matter what age you are, you can engage in all of this. And it's really, I'm just putting it out there for people to be able to see that we have the ability to do all kinds of things that make impact. They might seem really small, but it doesn't matter. It's like a snowball. When we start to do something, it increases and starts to roll down the mountain just like any old snowball would. So let's get started. When I talk about impact, what I'm talking about is that you do not need to have power or money or any kind of a big platform to make impact. Impact is simply helping somebody to, or something to be better than it was without you having been involved. So you don't need to be an expert in something. You don't need a degree. You don't need a title. So let's get it started. These are 100 achievable ways to make impact. So the first thing that you can do is you can help a person with, let's say, homework or a problem that they might have. A lot of people will say, I need help with tech or I need help with homework, depending on what age you are. Helping a person with that makes impact. When that person learns how to do it, you have helped that person to be in a better place than they were before. Number two, explain directions when someone is confused. How often have you read directions or tried to do something and you weren't getting it? And it took somebody else to come in and help you by reading it for you. I know that that happens all the time. So, number three, show someone how to use an app. That is so confusing for so many people. And just getting directions on how to use an app can be helpful. Number four, help a younger person do something that they know how they don't know how to do. I remember teaching someone who was little how to tie their shoes. Well, you keep that for the rest of your life. It can be any age, anybody, but somebody younger than you. Go help them do something new. Teach someone a trick that you know. That can be anything. Hello, good to see you on here. Anything at all that you know is a trick or a hack, something like that. Teach somebody how to do that. Help a friend study for a test. And that can be anything. That can be learning how to drive. That can be any kind of test. You might be taking some kind of a course as an adult. It doesn't matter. Help somebody to study for that. It's really helpful. Number seven, explain a rule during a game. So help a person get some kind of an advantage. It could be in whatever you're playing. Help that person to understand it better. Number eight, show someone how to organize their notes. That might seem really easy to some people, but I can tell you that that is not easy for everybody. Learning organization of notes is not easy. So, and you can need that at any age and in any stage of your life. Number nine, help someone learn a new word of the day. Maybe you're learning, maybe it's a new word in a different language. Maybe it's a new word that a person hasn't heard or used before. Number 10, teach someone how to Google better. And that might be teaching them how to use AI to search for things. I can tell you that I took a course in AI and I can do it a lot better than a lot of younger people nowadays. So, yes, I am a doctor. I have a PhD in applied developmental psychology. So, when we start to think of all of these things that we know how to do well, helping somebody else to learn something that we take for granted as being nothing, no big deal, then that can change their life. It can make their whole trajectory work better for them. And that's impact. Um, Number 11, check on someone who seems sad. So check in on them. Are you okay? Ask them that. That could be a text, that could be a message, a phone call, whatever. This is live. This is not pre recorded. So, um, if you are a number 12 sitting with someone who's alone, if somebody's alone, go sit with them. Could be 10 minutes, could be a half an hour, but that is super helpful. Number 13, say something encouraging. So, most of us don't realize how much of an impact that can make on someone when we just say something encouraging to them. Because just think to yourself when you are in a position where you really could use some encouragement and somebody gives that to you, it's a big deal. um Number 14, compliment effort, not looks. Instead of saying, oh, you look really handsome or you look really pretty, compliment an effort that somebody makes instead. That goes a lot farther than somebody's looks. Number 16, ask, are you okay? And mean it. If you're going to talk to somebody and say, hey, how are you? Are you okay? Be prepared that you might be having someone say, I'm not. But that can be very helpful. A person might just need an opportunity to talk to somebody. Um, number, Number 16, send a kind text. This is something that is so easy to do. You can even make a plan every day to send out one nice text to somebody, a kind text, just saying something nice. Number 17, defend someone. How often have you just said, I wish somebody had my back? Have somebody's back. It makes such a difference. And it doesn't even have to be a big deal. It could just be you saying something nice about somebody. That could be it. Hold on, I have somebody writing in here. Uh, So yeah, studying is hard. And what you could do is probably get a study buddy. I don't know if you can do that, but that is often the best way to do it. If you can get somebody to study with you, that can help you because you're going to sit with somebody then. I don't know if that's something that you feel comfortable doing, but that's an idea. Um, so the next thing that you can do is uh, oh, include somebody who's left out. If you see somebody's left out, don't just leave them out. Invite them in. That's a big deal. That makes a big impact. Um, Number 19, listen without interrupting. That can just be you saying, okay, I'm going to let a person vent. I'm not going to interrupt. I'm not going to say anything. Just let them say what they need to say. That's impact. Number 20, say, I'm proud of you to somebody. That makes a big difference. People like to hear that because it matters. It means that they matter to you and that you are seeing them. Help clean something. If you're visiting with somebody, if you are in the workplace, if you're in school, wherever you are, whatever your age, no matter what, help clean something, clean up. That makes impact. It makes the space better, but it also makes people feel good when you are helping out in that way. Number 22, pick up trash outside. That makes impact in the community. Other people see it and they will probably follow suit. And another one that you can do, 23, is help set up for an event. Say there's a party, there's people coming over for dinner. There's something happening, help to set up. If a friend is having people over, go early and help them set up. Help with someone at work or at school to organize materials that will be helpful for others. Number 27, Help a neighbor with a small task. I have an amazing neighbor who always shovels my driveway, and he does it before we even leave for the day. And I can tell you that it makes such an impact. It makes us all, in our family feel really amazing. We could do it for ourselves, but that small act, he does his own and then he does ours, is so nice. It makes such big impact. It's an easy thing to do. Here's a really easy one that I've seen makes a huge impact. Hold the door for people. This is number 28. Hold the door for people. So I know that where I teach at a university. I've noticed that those are serial killer glasses. Um, I've noticed that people hold the door for others and it becomes a culture. So somebody started it before I ever started there, and they ended up starting something that continued. I've been there for 8 years now, and that has been something that continues. So something even as small as holding the door for somebody makes the net person that's having the door held for them hold it for the next person, and it can change the whole culture. Help somebody. If somebody asks, "Hey, can you tell me how to get somewhere? Can you show me where this is?" Help them find it. That's another really small thing that you could do that makes impact. Number 30, return something that isn't yours. So some people, they'll notice, oh, I haven't returned that. I borrowed that from somebody, and then they don't borrow it, or they don't return it because it starts to feel like it was too late. They've taken too long. But return it. That's just that can make impact. It can show somebody that you actually really care. Oh, I made a mistake. Here it is. I'm going to give it back. Some ways that we can make impact with friends, and people that we work with or go to school with are some of the biggest things that we can do. Number 31, invite someone to join your group. So you might have a close knit group that you are really happy with and you get along with everybody and everything seems to be great. Invite somebody new into it. That can make a big difference, especially if somebody seems like they're new or they don't have a group. It makes a big deal, big difference to somebody. Number 32, share something that you have with somebody who might have forgotten it. It could be an item that you have, something that's like a charger for your phone or whatever it is. Share it with somebody who forgot theirs or needs it. Number 33, walk someone home. So say you go out, walk them home. It always makes a big difference. A person likes to walk with somebody else. Number 34, stand by a friend during conflict. Have you ever been in a conflict and people didn't stand by you? It doesn't feel good. You can make huge impact just by standing by someone during a conflict, by standing up for them. That's another big one. Um, this one's really harder than it seems, but it makes some of the biggest impact that you could imagine. And that is number 35, apologize when you're wrong. Most people have such a hard time with this one, but it's one that is such an impactful thing. If you are wrong, say, "I'm sorry, I was wrong." That's it. That's all you have to say. But that goes so far. Number 36, forgive someone genuinely. Really forgive them. Take a look at, whatever it is and work at that and see if you can provide some forgiveness. And that's really for you. That makes impact for you. It does for the other person as well. Number 37, help a person calm down. Have you ever seen a person who's just, hit their limit with something or that is, getting upset or you see it coming on? Help them to calm down. Number 38, encourage someone to keep going. We need that. Everybody needs that. That might be the difference between somebody getting something done, getting to the next level, making it farther than they ever did before. Your words matter more than you could ever know. And you might think it's a tiny little thing to say, "Hey, keep going. You got this. You can do it." That might be just what that person needed to continue. Um, Number 39, celebrate someone else's win. When somebody else gets something, celebrate it. Make sure that you are actually being there for that person and that you are celebrating the win like it was your own. And number 40, stick up for a friend. You don't have to just stand by somebody. You can stick up for people when they're not around. You can say nice things about them. You can, when they're not in that room, you be the biggest advocate for them. That is such huge impact. So, for those coming in now, my name is Deborah Heiser. I'm an applied developmental psychologist. I am author of The Mentorship Edge. I teach psychology as an adjunct at a university. I was founder and CEO of the Mentor Project for 8 years. And so I'm talking about impact today. And part of that is because a lot of the work that I'm doing right now has to do with impact. And I've been able to see how important it is for us to know that we make impact. And most of us don't know that we're doing it all the time. And we also don't know that it's so easy to make impact, but we just often think it has to be something so big. And it doesn't. It's some of the smallest things that we do, like standing by a friend, by promoting others, by being a kind person, that really make big impact in the lives of us and lives of others. So I'm up to 41. Help do something without being asked. Offer to help before being asked. Number 42, babysit somebody. It doesn't matter what age you are, if you're of age to babysit, or if if somebody needs a little break, babysit somebody. Number 43, help cook a meal. Number 44, teach a sibling something new. It doesn't matter what age your sibling is. My husband teaches his sister something, and she teaches him things all the time. It doesn't matter, but it really makes a difference. Help a person organize a space that they have. I was so lucky. I actually have a sister-in-law who will come over and reorganize for me. And I can't tell you, it's so hard to do it for yourself sometimes, but when somebody else comes over, they're not attached to things. They can just organize it for you. So if you can do that for somebody else, it makes a huge difference. It can make a big impact for them, not just for the aesthetic of it, but for their mood too. Number 46, help an older family member with technology. This is always important to be able to do that. It makes the person's life so much better. Number 47, check in on people. Check in on anybody in your family. Check in on your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, your whoever in your family. Check in on them. It could be a text. It could be a phone call. It doesn't have to be every day, but just regularly check in on them. Number 48, help carry something heavy. It might not even be really heavy, but if you can help somebody carry something, do it. It makes them feel good. Number 49, take care of somebody's pet. Maybe it's that they need just a little assistance. Maybe they'd like their dog walked. Maybe they're going away and they need their pet taken care of. These are all easy things to do that make a lot of impact. Number 50, be patient during stress. Now, this is easier said than done. When there's stress, if you can be patient with somebody who's freaking out or stressing over something, and you can be the one that can be the solid person that, just is super patient during that period of time, that can be very helpful. Number 51, be polite to people who are serving, service workers. If you're going to a restaurant, if you're going to a fast food establishment, if you are going to the library and it's the librarian, no matter who it is, be polite. That makes a big difference. It makes a big impact. It shows respect and it makes a person feel good. Number 52, say thank you and actually say it meaningfully. Number 53, let someone go ahead of you. Have you ever done that? Let somebody cut in front of you. They only have one item and you have 10 and you let them cut in front. It makes them feel good. Makes you feel good too. Number 54, share supplies when someone needs them. If you have something and you know that somebody else could use it, share it. Return borrowed items on time. That's a big one. I always have a hard time with that with library books, but I try my best. So if you can return things to people, especially if it's people that you borrow from on time, that's a big deal. Um, Leave shared spaces clean. Number 57, give directions to a stranger. Number 58, help someone who dropped something. Help them pick it up. Number 59, be honest even when it's hard to be honest. I mean, you don't have to be honest if it is going to hurt somebody's feelings, but be honest even when it's hard to be honest. Number 60, follow rules that protect others. So if there's a rule that you could break or that you could follow, and that rule, if you follow it, is going to help to protect other people, then follow the rule. Number 61, don't spread rumors. Don't spread rumors about people. So many people gossip and they spread rumors about people. Don't do that. That is, by not doing that, you are making positive impact. Number 62, stand up to online bullying. If you see somebody being bullied online, stand up to that. And at the very least, don't engage in it. Number 63, share helpful information. If you know something and you know somebody is struggling, share it. It could be on social media, it can be anywhere. Just go ahead and share that helpful information. Number 64, credit people for their work. A lot of times we have a hard time doing that because it makes us feel like, we're not going to get credit for something. Crediting people for their work never diminishes you in any way. But it does really help to impact that person. Number 65, report harmful content. Number 66, send supportive messages. If you send a supportive message to somebody, it really makes their day. So you can make a positive impact just by doing that. And it takes like a couple clicks of the keyboard, and that's it. The next one is number 67, avoid posting hurtful comments. That's an easy one to do. Number 68, help somebody understand technology. If you're really good on here, I see a lot of posts that people will make about helping people understand technology. A lot of people do that on YouTube. They do that on other social media sites where they post content so that people can understand some form of technology. It's super useful. Even if you think that somebody else has done it, you might be explaining it in a way that is useful and more understandable to somebody. And so that's going to be very helpful. Number 69, share positive content. Number 70, include others in group chats. So rather than being exclusive, be inclusive. That's always super helpful. Number 71, work hard at something. If you're going to work hard, it's going to make you do more with it. So don't go the route of saying, I'm going to just put in minimal effort. At least identify something that you're going to say, I'm going to work hard at this. Number 72, show up on time. That's a big one. And it's so easy. Just show up on time. It makes everybody feel really seen and it makes them feel good. Keep promises. Now, a lot of people, will say they'll promise things and not keep their promise. So don't make a promise you can't keep. Number 74, ask for help instead of quitting. I see this all the time where people will quit rather than ask for help. And asking for help makes a person feel useful and valuable. So ask for help because not only is that going to impact you, it's going to help you to continue on with what you're doing, but you make another person feel useful and relevant and valuable. Number 75, admit mistakes. Number 76, improve one bad habit. Number 77, practice patience. Easier said than done. Number 78, learn from feedback. If somebody's giving you some feedback about something, really take it in and see if you can use that to help. Number 79, stay calm in conflict. So if there's a conflict, try not to get emotional about it. Try to react in a way that is, more emotionally stable. 80, be reliable. That's a big one. We all need reliable people. And we need to be seen as reliable too. It makes everybody feel much more secure in situations. Okay, number 81, volunteer. Go volunteer somewhere. It can be anywhere, it can be doing anything. Number 82, help coach younger kids. Number 83, join a service club. So, what I mean by that is there are all kinds of organizations that are involved in service and civic engagement, those kinds of things. They're all in everybody's communities. You can find them everywhere. Raise money for a cause. That's philanthropy, raising money for a cause. 85, donate unused items. Donate your used items too. People need things. 86, help organize a fundraiser. Number 87, write thank you notes. And that doesn't have to be in a card that you handwrite it. You can type it out. But everybody likes to be thanked. 88, start a kindness challenge. Number 89, support a cause consistently. Don't just do it once or twice and then never go back. 90, help take care of shared spaces. So that could be a community space. That could be where you work, where you go to school. It could be any of those sorts of things. So take care of that. It really does make a big impact. Number 91, smile at someone. I can tell you how important this is. I worked at a place where people smiled at you when you walked by them down the hall. And at first, I was a little freaked out. I walked in and people were smiling at me, and I was like, I was looking around to see who are they smiling at because I didn't know them. But it was the culture of the place. Somebody started and it continued on. If you smile at somebody, it makes them feel good. It really lifted the mood of the entire work environment. Number 92, remember a person's name. So that's sometimes hard, but ask a person's name and repeat it, say it, and then remember that person's name. Number 93, ask good questions. And so, what do I mean by that? Ask questions that matter to a person, and not just the weather, but things about the person that makes it known that you care about them. Number 94, notice when somebody improves. If somebody improves in something, say, I see you've been doing well. You've been improving in this. That's really helpful. Number 95, help someone feel safe. And this can be anything. I have a friend who, every time I have to take the train, he will walk me to the train. I always feel safe. Those are the sorts of things that we can do for others. Number 96, stay when others walk away. Maybe there's something that somebody did that was cringy or embarrassing or something, and other people like run away from that situation. Stay. Be that strong person. Number 97, tell the truth kindly. So you should be kind in how you tell people things. That's always important because when you're hearing things and sometimes the truth can hurt, try not to make it hurt. And hello, good to see you there. Number 98, encourage somebody to try again. We don't all succeed the first time. We don't all succeed the second time. Encourage somebody to keep going. Number 99, choose kindness when you're annoyed. Not easy, not at all easy, but try to choose kindness when you're annoyed. And number 100, help one person every day. Do one kind act for one person every day. If you can do that, you're making impact that's going to last a lifetime. And when we're doing these things, we're not looking to change the world. We're looking to change somebody's day. We're looking to have buildup that can last a lifetime, buildup that can, when you have these small acts, they all build up and they grow and they grow and they grow. And the reason I wanted to talk about 100 things that were really small and doable that we can make impact with is when we start to think of the things that we do as having impact on somebody else, it allows us to feel like we matter and we make a difference in the world. And we do that every day, and we have control and the ability to do that for ourselves and for others. We can change a person's day just with a smile, by holding the door, by checking in on somebody with a text. All these really easy things that are quick that we can do make a difference. So, that's what I have for you today. I'm hopefully going to be back on again around the same time tomorrow, but thanks for joining in. And if you want to reach me, you can reach me on all social media platforms. I write for Psychology Today. You can find me there. My name is Deborah Heiser. I also have a Substack that you can check out called The Right Side of 40. You can check me out there. And of course, you can check out The Mentorship Edge, the book that I wrote. So have a great day, everybody.